Evening, folks. How's it going? Pardon any lag, just getting everything set up on my side. And I love that it never remembers my settings. Thank you very much. It's like doing it for the first time every time. So it gives you no sense of accomplishment. uh, Thank you, Streamlabs. And then I'm not going to complain. They let me go live. And how's it going to Patrick and to John Rogers? How you doing? Patrick says he's been very much looking forward to this. Awesome. Yeah, me too. Oh goodness. Yeah, it was it is as much as I would like the channel to have structure, I do like that the idea for this particular episode was kind of up in the air. That just means that things have calm down enough that it can just be whatever. I could have been sitting here doing a product review. I could have been sitting here just talking about, quite frankly. But I had to go out earlier today. So I knew with my luck the sun was going to be shining bright and just making sure I can hear myself. The sun was going to be shining bright, and I knew no matter what I did, by the time I got to showtime, my eyes were gonna be achy. They're getting better, but they're still healing. And that's how it was. Not a cloud in the sky. We had a blue sky in the summertime for once. I didn't see that the last couple years. Really nice day out. And then the eyes are achy, so let me wear a dark shirt. And then but not just yet. I'm still sober for you. But I'm gonna duck off to the side. How's it going, Beastwood? Smoke out on the balcony, and then I'll come back over with my sunglasses. Which I don't know if you guys have seen these. They're exact same as we throw stuff on the ground. They're the exact same as these. They're still purple. It's the exact same style. They're just dark. And it's as much as it does sound like, oh, this girl's just gonna be partying on camera. Well, not on camera, but you know what I mean. It's actually kind of work because the sunglasses I don't go out much, so this will be the first time. Wait a minute. Yeah. This will be the longest I've worn them, so this will help me out too. So no matter what, I'm getting some work done, and we're gonna have a good time. Uh, yeah, just gotta or Beastwood. I need the clouds to cope. Yeah, I know that's right. It takes the edge off of the hard ones. We'll put it that way. If you're the type of person, well, first of all, don't do drugs. If you're not the type to partake in any extra substances, don't do it. If people just pressure you to do it, just get away from those people. If you don't want to do anything, just don't do it. What's up, Papa Groovy? How's it going? But yeah, if you do a party, that's fine. All things in moderation. Just stay away from needles and whatnot. But personally, just with I used to be more of a smoker, but it's honestly with my weight getting low, what happens is like I can still party like I used to, but then it just hits me harder. So, halfway into a good time, and then suddenly it's like I could really lay down right now, and I'm just gonna close my eyes for, and then it's 1 in the morning, and all my equipment is still on, and it's just I got that's a bad habit that I've gotten into. I've got to stop that. Beastwood, the clouds will fuck with you if you do drugs. Yeah, those clouds are talking to me, man. That one looked at me funny. That one's got eyes. That's the moon. Calm down. What's up, Lisa? How's it going? How's your today's Saturday, isn't it? It feels so long in between shows. If I'm just going live on Saturday, every day is 2 days long for me. So it feels like I haven't been live in front of you guys for 2 weeks. But then we just saw each other all week. Quite frankly, it's weird. It's new for me too. If it's odd for you, it's odd for me. Papa Groovy, Johnny be good, look at you go. Patrick, big march today in London. Brits want their country back. Some estimate 100,000 was there. Wow, that's exactly how many subscribers Quite Frankly has. And if you somehow stumble upon this and you don't know what QF is in the description, that's Quite Frankly, you can just search him on YouTube or you can go to my homepage, top channels. Second guy is Frank. Check him out. We're usually there Monday through Friday, 7 p.m., 2 hours. John Rogers, I think I'm safe for a drug test now. Yeah, I'll party for you so you can save that test. Or pass the test, I should say. Yeah, and then Frank does current events, and then um, I couldn't really tell you too much about current events. I'm more focused on a TV show from the 1960s, and any movie and TV shows I'm watching are like 2020 and before. So, yeah. How has your Saturday been so far? Have you had nice weather? Did you go out and do anything? Did you sleep in or get any errands done that you've been putting off until the weekend? Hopefully, you don't live in a tourist town like I do, and you can leave your house in the summertime and enjoy your town. Don't know what that is like. I would love to live in a city for once in my life in the summertime that is not a tourist town, so I can like go out. Period. Just go out. Can't imagine what that's like. Don't think it's going to happen. It must be nice. Oh, Dragon Sage, how's it going? Dragon Sage, if you don't know, he does upload underneath his the Dragon Sage title there. You can subscribe to his channel. He's been doing like he makes bows and arrows and fires them. He's good at it. Entertaining stuff. And he's also filming some like churches around his town. But if you're not subscribed, check him out. He's a bigger channel than me, but we're all still little guys. But I like his stuff. I like whenever he uploads. I always catch his videos. They're short too. I like that. I should think about doing short form content. I really wish I could. Oh, John Rogers. While I was in the coma, they had me on fentanyl and propofol. Holy crap. What's up, Dandy? How's it going? Beastwood says, I created Frank on the game Tom Clancy's The Division. Frank is taking NY City back. Hells yes. Patrick, you fixed your niece's laptop. That is amazing. Dragon Sage, I've been making bows all day. I first read that as bowls, even though there's no L. I was like, dude, but making bows all day. That is so cool. I fired a bow and arrow, like a proper bow and arrow, like a literal handful of times in my life, maybe 20 years ago. And all I remember is just like the wicked bad bruise the bowstring gave me from slapping my arm. And I was warned that would happen. And it did. But man, whew, that was something else. I would not do that again. People have to see I would fire a bow and arrow, but I would cover it up. People don't need to see a giant bruise on my arm. Lisa, how's it going? Saying that there was sunshine has slowed down to 20 miles an hour, and I'm on a break from hauling smoked reds from the smokehouse. Yeah. Yeah, Lisa gets to get up there and actually like fish like a bear, like the fish are like jumping up the stream and she can just catch them and then just takes them home. That's how I imagine everything is in Alaska. Like, yes, they've got Wi-Fi, but then they do things like it's like a colder version of The Edge. And I have brought up that film before. Did they film it they filmed it in Canada, my bad. It makes me think of that, but with more snow and ice. Yeah, Papa Groovy, Dragon Sage don't fuck around. Hell yeah. I can fire that well with a firearm. I can get a tight grouping. I actually still have the first time I ever shot, I've got the board they had us shoot at. They're like shoot at 1, 2, 3, whatever it was. I still have that. I don't know if I could quite break it out now. It is sort of behind some stuff. I'll show you guys sometime. Oh, hell no, Lisa. Oh, shit, someone had to pull in my driveway. Rude. BRB. I know that's right. Who the fuck? Oh, damn. Dandy's saying, I still have a scar from a flaming marshmallow. Oh my God, on my calf 45 years ago. Jesus. Oh man. Yeah, I found out the hard way. You don't take the entire package of sparklers and light them. Because I'm like, yeah, it's cool, it's fun, it seems safe until one of those like bits that's on the stick flies off and lands on your skin. And then you get this, I forget where it was on my hand. I just had this wicked burn. I didn't have to go to the hospital or anything. Just, I should have known better. There were adults around, so it was just me being a dumb kid. Yeah, Dragon Sage, I always wear an arm guard. I've had some nasty bruises. Yeah, I can just still, and it was like, I don't got a long arm anyway, so it's like half my forearm. It just looked like somebody punched it or something. I don't. It didn't look like somebody had been like grabbed, like a domestic violence kind of a thing, but it was still just yeah. You don't want to walk around looking like that. That's nowadays you could play it off like a tattoo, but this was like 2002, 2000. You know, Lord of the Rings had come out, so everybody wanted to be an archer. You remember that? Yeah, Dragon Sage, lots of Franklies in here. One day, I don't know when. Maybe it'll be after I'm not alive anymore, but one day, hey, Moon Buddy, one day we're gonna have people. Oh, hey, Carol, how's it going? Uh, Carol, yeah, I was taught to bend my arm. Yeah, I was told to bend my arm. I'm like, yeah, I can do that, and then I would still hold my arm straight to fire, and then just Patrick, loving the coziness vibe here. Yeah, want to keep it chill. As much as I was sort of getting nervous about um partying and then being live, that I thought like I know these people have done this before, so it's just different just because there isn't Frank playing behind the camera. Beastwood, sorry guys, I'm getting drunk tonight. Yeah, go ahead and drink. Since like I couldn't drink on a Saturday because every Sunday I have to get up early because that's when I do laundry and I'm in a building with other folks. And since I don't want to have to worry about my stuff getting stolen, I get it done early and then don't use the dryer anymore. I dry my own stuff. Um, oh, Carol, good. How are you? I'm doing real good. I had I think my insomnia is coming back. I'm not mad about that because I want to be up earlier in the morning. And then it was a good day. Had some good food, hung out with the friends, nice weather. It was stayed quiet. Just it's like a tad bit humid, a little bit more humid than it needs to be. But the weather's not it would have been a good day to like go for a drive if you didn't live in a tourist town. That sort of a day. If you could have seen to be able to drive, it would have been lovely just because the sky was blue. The last few years I've been working, I would only go out a few days and then, oh, hey, Jenna, how's it going? Like the sky would, I'd go out in the morning and then the sky was always, it wasn't overcast. It's just whatever they're spraying in the air. So you got the sun and then the sky, instead of being blue or cloudy, it's just white. So you can't even look away anywhere to like relieve your eyes. And then that was the summertime. In the wintertime, we got blue skies. And then this summer has been different. There's been some blue sky in the summertime. That did not happen the last few years. Dandy, been beautiful weather the past 2 days. That's great. Carol, oof. Triple digits out here in Southern California. That sucks. I didn't know we were in California. Oh man, holding it down. Triple digits. It never needs to get that hot. It never needs to get above 85. 85, it can peak there. It really can. Because if there's a breeze, it might feel like it's 80. That's okay. And then we don't need humidity. Whoever invented humidity needs to take it back. We don't need it around here. Maybe that's oh, I bitch slapped Satan. You made it. Awesome. Humidity is something that they only need in the rainforest. That's it. Where else do they need humidity? You tell me, because I can't think of one other place. I don't think Florida wants it. They get it, but they don't want it. Jenna just finished Din Din. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. That's another thing I did since I was I know Gray uploads at 4, and since I do sort of eat a little bit later when the show comes on, it was a little bit closer to 5 when I finished up the deal. Beastwood says, I've been having dreams the past few days. I forget the moment I wake up. Does anybody else get this? I feel it was something important but can't remember. Yeah, that always happens to me. Like I do dream, and then unfortunately when I do wake up, it's because I've got to go to the bathroom. So I can't just lay there and remember what I was thinking about or dreaming about to come back to it. So I've just got to get up and go, come back, and then have a whole another dream. And then maybe a few hours later, there I am up again. And then here lately, if I wake up anytime around 6 or later, there's absolutely no way I'm going back to sleep. So I think that dragon's blood cultivate elevates getting out of my system, because before I used to be able to go back to sleep till 7:30, 8 o'clock. Cannot really do that now. The brain is too active when I get up, and then my brain starts going, then my body starts moving, and yeah, that's fine. I can get used to that again. Oh goodness, yeah, Patrick. Seen a lot of people up in arms about the Olympics opening ceremony. I'm glad Frank did play that because it stops me from having to Google it. Google the verb, not Google the search engine. And honestly, when he played it, I'm like, okay, play the opening ceremony, Frank. Why are you playing us a drag show? And as I'm thinking that, he's explaining, he's like, no, no, this is it. This is what they showed people. This is what they broadcast to millions of folks. And I'm like, this is just think of this. This is a drag show. This is a big fancy drag show. And then they get to that one shot where it starts on this large lady. I think she was wearing blue, and then it pans out to these other people, and then they're in front of a table. And if Frank, somebody had to say what they were going for, because I don't think they had the positions right. Maybe I don't know the painting quite right, but they were mocking the Last Supper. But and they did a poor job of it too. It's yeah, I don't know who was supposed to be what. It's just in my mind, it's like you had these people in the center, then you had people off to one side, people off to the other side, and I didn't see how they did a bad job of even mocking it. It was just, and again, it was a drag show, so unless this is like the drag Olympics, where like everybody can just compete in full get up, like done up, like do that, that would be fun. Yeah. Jenna said I had to leave his chat on Friday. Yeah, it was. I'm like, what are we watching? And it's going on in France. Like France doesn't have enough going on. Dragon Sage, the Olympics is effed. I'm disgusted, boycotting it. Yeah, I never, like, I was the type where I used to watch every single time, every winter, every summer Olympics I watched. John Rogers thought the blue guy was with the fruit was Mark Swan. Oh, if you know what, if she was taller, I think Swanee's taller than that. She looked rather short. And that's the other thing too. I thought people in the ceremony are supposed to represent like the size of people competing. So when I saw that very large woman, I thought, is there now mukbang in the Olympics? Why would somebody that size be there? And yeah, and then I'm like, oh wait, it's a drag show, and then just, oh okay, this is just a yeah. Carol's right. Yeah, Catholics are always mocked. Don't you dare mock the Muslim. Yeah, yeah. The train's blowing up is worse. Yeah, that's terrible. Beastwood, yeah, spiritual warfare. That's what it is. Whereas WW2 was all like physical, and we got to beat the Jerry's back and all that stuff. This is all mental. So that's why World War II songs, World War II movies are better than movies that are coming out now, songs that are coming out now. entirely different place we're doing battle. And it's John Michael, how's it going? How is your Saturday? Okay, it's been long enough. It's time to party. um, Dandy says she was a French sumo wrestler. Yeah, see, I wonder about that. Are you allowed to be like not Chinese and then be a sumo wrestler, or are you just like they're like, no, you just got to go to WWE. We don't put up with that. Yeah, Moon Buddy. Yeah, Olympic mukbang in the Olympics. They just get some of these large folks, and they all turn on their cameras for some reason. They stream it, and then they can just sit there and eat until one of them passes away. Didn't that just happen? Beastwood, I would like to meet the legendary Mark Swan. Rumor has it he's only one state away. I know he's a whole time zone away. He lives right next door to Dorothy Gale. Um, but I would like to meet Mark Swan because he's been around. Uh, like he's been around almost as long as I have, like back in the Ustream days. So I've known him for a minute. Um, there are people who have been around for less time that I know more about, but I don't mind that. I because it's very Aquarius to like be around, but maybe not necessarily be. I don't want to say not involved, but they just don't get emotionally attached the way other signs do. I like that about it. It's a mental attachment, not an emotional attachment. I like that they can do that. Patrick saying the drag show thing was an homage to Macron's wife, who's of dubious gender. Ooh, ugh. Yeah, I haven't seen her, but his name reminds me of those macaroon cookies, and those creep me out to look at. I don't even know if I've had one before. That creeps me out so bad. Jenna, the Mark Swan dancing video isn't him. Oh no, no, that is him. And then I did want to bring this up because since Mark Swan has been around for so long, and then people were complaining about the dancing video. They're like, "Oh, I don't want to see this." I'm like, I've told you before, I don't watch it. I've seen it maybe 2 or 3 times my whole life. But it is tradition, and people don't know this because they weren't around, or this is not widely known information. If you weren't at specific shows, you would not know this. But we Mark Swan was on. He needed a new kidney for a few years. He was always going to dialysis, which was like 5 hours a day, a few times a week, um, that kind of thing, because he was not going to go through. This was after 2020. He was not going to like submit to poison just to get surgery. So it did take a while. He did finally get the kidney, got it put in. Now he's got a gay dancer's kidney. That's where it came from. That's where he's got the moves. So people don't realize like we could have not had him around anymore. They need to appreciate that. Yeah, the dancing is hilarious. And we got to remember he's like comfortable enough with us to dance in front of us. So that's just like I would not I love you guys, but I would not dance in front of you. I have no rhythm. And with my busted body, it would just look silly. Honestly, I'm the type where like I would like to dance even though things hurt, but I want to have like the wall of mirrors so I can like see myself. I don't know what I look like moving around. I don't need to embarrass myself anymore. What about the lurkers? See, now that blows my mind about lurkers because I expect lurkers are quite frankly, but then people will be like this whole show will go by and then we'll be in the last half an hour and somebody will pop in and say, "Hey, what's up?" And I'll say hi, and they're like, "Yeah, I've just been listening while I've been doing yard work, doing chores, washing dishes, whatever." And that just blows my mind because like yeah, I can sit there, like I've listened to Frank on in the car, like driving to and from work when I had to work second shift, but Frank has a very nice speaking voice. I don't. I have played myself in the car a little bit one time. It wasn't too scary. Beast would say, "You're my hero. I bitch slap Satan. Anyone who can bitch slap Satan has my respect." John Michael, yeah, I would. Would Nikki stuff a dollar bill into Swan's swimsuit while he dances? Yeah, I would. I would purposely. I would get like $50 in ones and just make it rain, or 100, whatever it took, or just chuck some change at him. No, I would definitely show up with some ones. Absolutely. Dragon Sage has two. Sorry, I have to jump off in a few minutes on my way to the backyard. Fire with my best GF. Oh, awesome. Have fun out there. Yeah, we are very critical of ourselves. Yeah. Oh, John Rogers saying, Swan is actually a good guy. He gave me the lead to the guy that made the wood flag he got for Frank. Got one myself. Oh, hell yeah, that's awesome. Oh, hi, Jay Marie. How's it going? How's your Saturday? Yeah, Swanee's cool. He actually, this was a few, uh, it was around 4th of July. It's been a few years now, but Swanee was like, hey, just in the chat room, like, hey, a few people, like whoever reaches out, I'll take all your names, throw them in a hat, and if I pick your name, I'll buy you some Frankly merch. It's like, oh my God, that's so cool. So I got on that, and then he actually did hook me up with the shirt. This was I think Frank was still going through Teespring, but I did get my it's like the long sleeve gray shirt with like the red frankly like the jester like head on it, and then it says quite frankly underneath. So I do have that, and I like that it's a long sleeve shirt. It is so hard to find merch from anybody I want to buy from where it's just a long sleeve shirt, not a sweater. And then I don't know what size I wear. Like if I could get like a large child size shirt and then have that fit me like a small, I don't know. Just checking my battery power there. Um, and then like you don't know what sizes they use. And then for example, if you do buy Gray Still Plays merch, his merch comes from, last I knew, like the shirt I got, the place was in the UK. I don't know why he uses a place in the UK. But so I don't know what size, if their large is different, then it's just, so it's just, I don't, it's too much to get into. No, Jay Marie, are you Frankly as well? I was just gonna, yeah, Papa Groovy, that would be me too. John Rogers, awesome. I'm wearing the UN shirt right now. That is cool. I keep, I do, I think I'm gonna have to get it eventually. That shirt with the Uncle Sam on it, and he's just wearing shorts, and there's the lava lamp and the baseball. I do have to get that in a shirt. And then yeah. Oh, Beastwood gotta go feed the feral kittens milk. Absolutely. Rise Attire is U.S. made. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, Jamie, I thought so. Awesome. I mean, it's fine if you're not. I was just saying, eventually it's going to happen that one day, I don't know how, but one day we're going to have folks come to the channel on their own. I don't know why. Like that just just not a Frankly, maybe a Dark Shadows fan or something else. Like not creeps, but like actual real good people coming in. That'll happen one day. Sure, why not? Anything can happen. And then I mean, like, yeah, and it's okay if you don't have any, quite frankly, merch. You're not a less of a person if you don't. It's You're not hurting anybody's feelings. Frank still sleeps at night. But some people, I guess if you're more in a go outside type of person, like in public, definitely buy some then. If only just to, be wearing the merch and then have somebody be like, quite frankly, what's that? Or like, hey, I like your shirt. Where'd you get it? Oh, it's just this website. This guy's got this YouTube channel. And then you can tell him about the show. Because I think Patrick was saying he has a hat and people ask him about it. I mean, I do wear my quite frankly shirt into my doctor's office, and he asks about him sometimes, but that's just one of the only places I really go. I don't when it gets colder out, I do have a Zadalza hoodie. You'll be seeing that before the winter, but I do want to it's not a zip up though. It can't be because the logo's right in the middle. So I prefer a zip up hoodie. I hate having to put stuff over my head. But that one is just to see if anybody says anything about it. Because if I wear a shirt, I'm usually wearing a hoodie over it so nobody can see it. And I don't wear baseball caps. I'm not a lesbian. I don't I don't think a ball cap would look good on me. And I don't like women enough to try to attract them by dressing like a dude, I guess. Frankly, Jester shirt. If I can, tell you what, I'm gonna step aside. I'll grab the shirt. You might hear a lighter flick, and then I'll come back with the sunglasses on. So just a yeah, please. Thanks, Papa Groovy. Smash that like button if you haven't already. And then if you're not subscribed, if you are subscribed, double check, make sure it's on all notifications because it gives you options. I don't know why. I don't know what customized notifications are because you can't customize them. And I've got something to say about notifications when I come back. So let's just pause for the cause. I still cannot type. All right, be right back. Yeah, this is it. Pardon me. Oh my God, I can't see my screen. This was a great idea. Okay, I did not think about, you know what? This is a good way to find out now because I could have just put on my sunglasses to edit videos and found out about this when I wasn't live. But instead, I took a chance. That's okay. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah. And then on the back, I don't know if you can see, it says quite frankly podcast. Yeah. Hang on. Well, see, now, if I look straight on, I can barely see myself. I can't read any of the words. That's just going to make my eyes hurt even more. That's okay. I'll still party. I just don't get to wear the sunglasses. So pardon me if I look a little bit more squint-eyed than usual. But yeah, what happened was I got the shirt and then, oh, thanks Dragon Sage for liking the show. Oh, Moon Buddy's making a salad. Fuck yeah. What happened was because it's not like they're just sitting around in a shop. You pick out what you want, they print it, they send it out, and it was fine. Like the front was just fine, but then the back, where it says quite frankly podcast.com, it made me feel drunk to look at it, and I was completely sober, and so I just I DM'd them on Twitter, or I think I tweeted, and then I tagged them in the tweet or something like that. I was like, yeah, I feel drunk when I look at this. Long story short, they reached out to me. They shipped me the exact same thing for free, and so I've got two of the exact same thing. But then I do believe the first one that's printed incorrectly is lucky. I mean, they're both good luck. The other one was just luckier. But then it's huge. It's a medium, which was fine at the time a few years ago, but like I look like I'm swimming in it now. I need to get the same thing in a small or possibly an extra small. I don't know. But like let me hang this back up. And then you'll see there's a Dalza hoodie. I mean I could just break it out now, but you'll see that when I do I believe it's the next chat room story. Yeah, it's gonna have to be. Yeah, it will be the next chat room story because it's called Zadalza. There we go. Right back on track. Okay, pardon me. So what usually happens at the show? Well, what usually happens is I might start partying like after after I eat, after I watch Gray, after I eat. But I didn't do that today. I didn't want to be sleepy. I didn't want it to be like 7:15. I'm like, oh shit. So oh, hold on. Let's do this in one take. I'm gonna plug this into the charger. Am I? Hold on. I'm nervous about this now. No, let's wait a little bit. Okay. And then so I don't get too elevated before 7 p.m. And then slowly as the show starts, I just have that going on. And then I kind of forget about it because the more going on in the chat room, there's less to do with hands. And I'm like taking notes for this. So it's, but, oh, Jenna says, name your open chats, Nikki on the loose. Oh no. That's cute though. I like that. Thank you. Yeah, if I was like walking around like town, like interviewing folks, like, oh no, Nikki's on the loose. They let her out again. Dragon Sage, good night. Sorry I missed that. Pop Groovy, I'm so stoned. I won't tell anybody. Mary Jane for dessert. Yeah, it's I don't know. Where is I forget how early I used to smoke before. I mean, when I was working before, I couldn't smoke at work, so I, as soon as I clocked out on my shift, I'm like, yeah, it was like, puff puff pass to myself. But I got off work at like 5:30, so it was still around the same time. But it's but again, I fall asleep at 9:30, 10 o'clock, so it's almost the end of my night. I've got to stop doing that. I don't want it to be where I'm starting to get sleepy at the show. So that's a bad habit. Oh, Lisa says my sister just brought me early dinner. Awesome. Oh my God, I'm never gonna. Our moms, mulligatawani soup. That word would happen right now. This is, oh my God. Is I don't know if I would have gotten that. What is that word from? Like, is that like a Native American word? It's pretty. Does it mean something? I like it. It gives me super low key at the end, ancient Egyptian vibes. What the hell even is that word? That's great. Okay, there we go. Scottish soup. Oh, okay, there we go. It's Scottish. I'll try it. Papa, you're never too old to try new things. If I can be smoking at 255, you can be smoking at 54. You're fine. I didn't even I started smoking Mulligutani. I was 19 the first time I ever. Now I had been around, pot smokers. I knew how to make a device out of a uh toilet paper roll. I'd seen that assembled in front of me before. I had no desire to use it, but I was 19 the first time I ever even tried Mary Jane. And then it was, I didn't dislike it. I liked it, but I wasn't it just didn't come up again for about 2 years, and then when I was 21, then I went, that's when I was like really becoming a professional. Got my education, and then it just comes and goes. It's uh, I've had to quit everything I've ever become addicted to, except for air. So it's uh not again, we've been over, half baked. No one is ever addicted to marijuana. You become greatly accustomed to it. You think you can't live without it. You get used to not having to deal with stress. I know I've been there, but again, like the oh what's his name from Full House? I can never remember his name. I used to suck dick for coke. You ever suck dick for marijuana? No, I can't say that I have. Yeah, I didn't think so. One of the best line deliveries in anything, and in over 100 years of film. The way he says that line, yeah, I didn't think so. The way he does it in Half Baked, epic. One of the best line reads in history. Like, not, I'll tell that to you anytime. I don't care. That line alone is worth watching Half Baked, and Half Baked is hilarious, even if you don't smoke. It's a funny movie because they're kind of making fun of smokers. And it's got Willie Nelson in it too. It's still funny because they're paying sort of a homage to other stoner movies that came before them. Tommy Chong's in there. Sorry, I'm spoiling it. I won't spoil the stoner movie for you. I bitch slap Satan. Yeah, not addicted and love it to relax. It's even I like what John Carlin, not John Carlin, goodness, George Carlin had to say about marijuana, because he said he would write his whole stand up, and then he would take one hit, and then it was revision time. And it's honestly, I don't I personally don't write like that, but just in general, for thinking things out for the channel, for anything, just you sort it out sober. You don't rely on any substance to get you through like that. Don't be like that, because you're gonna have to go off of it one day, and then you're gonna have to deal with the DTs. But sort it out, and then once you have a good solid plan, then partake, and then revisit your plans and see if you still feel the same way about them. See if you'd like to approach them from a different angle, and it helps you to view the situation from different angles, or just it helps. But don't don't use it as a crutch. Don't be like that. Don't be that needy guy. Lisa used to make pipes out of apples. I've seen that. I have not tried it. Bob Saget, Shane, thank you. And what's up? How's it going? Oh, it's like it's always the Full House guy, and then he got in trouble. Well, I actually heard what he said. He kind of should have gotten in trouble for saying what he did. I won't repeat it here. You can look it up online. Yeah, oh, it couldn't be that bad. I'll watch this video, and it is that bad. The closest I did to an apple was back in the water pipe days. Instead of putting water in there, I think this is when like apple schnapps or something, like green apple, something like that. It wasn't my stuff. I didn't care. He's like, hear that, smoke, try that. Like, hey, it tastes like apple. That was tasty. I don't know if I would do it now. I was bigger then. To be fair, so was he. Papa Groovy, I finally get the chance to smoke pot without being tested, retired, and all. Yeah, yeah. So you don't have to take the whiz quiz. Not hurting anybody, and to do it at home. I'm not the Even when I was younger, I was never really the type to, well, like I would go out with the buzz, but I would like party at home, party at a friend's house, whatever. and then go out and do stuff, and then come back home or go wherever, and then smoke again if we were going to smoke, because um I never wanted to hold on, I'm gonna put this on. Let me try putting this on the charger. Are you gonna freeze? No. I know why it froze last time. It got pissed off because I shined that light in it, and I'm sorry, camera. I apologized before. I'm sorry again in front of people. Sorry. And now it's too bright. Wait, let me try this now. Somebody remind me what I was talking about. Can I see? If I turn my head, no, that's gonna hurt my eyes. That's not healthy. Okay, live and learn. Well, when you stop learning, you stop living. Carol said, I went to see George Carlin in concert with Lily Tomlin. George came out too high to perform. Told us, oh damn, told us he couldn't work us off and walked off stage. Oh damn. Oh, that sucks. Was Lily Tomlin good that night? Like her? Sorry, going back and reading the chat. So glad this did not freeze when it. And then I remember Streamlabs was like glitchy right before I went live. I lost my icons that day too. It was a sun and a water sign stuff. We're past it. The sun's in Leo. Yeah, I see why this is a problem. Whereas before I could probably recall what I was talking about before, it is completely gone. Which might be whatever I was talking about before. Did you get your money back? Free drinks? No. Yeah, if you are gonna party at all, just do it at home. Don't waste your buzz on the public. It's not fun. I don't know. Unless you have to take like pain pills or something like that, then by all means take that as soon as you wake up. But don't don't take your downers and then go out and do stuff. You're not gonna have a good time. Don't be like Lava Lamp Larry on the Xanax and then go for a drive, because you might wake up in a ditch or worse. Oh, Carol. Oh, she was the opener and fantastic. That's good. Oh, damn. That sucks. He was too fucked up to perform. That's gotta be. I mean, like I guess when you're high, it doesn't matter. But I'm sure when you sober up, that's gotta be embarrassing. And then I don't know how much you lose in like ticket sales, or if a venue's never gonna book you again because you didn't perform, or just anything like that. Was it Sam Kinison? He at one of his gigs, he just well, he fucked up so bad. It was I think he lost like $500,000, and then his brother quit working for him. He was so pissed off because he was just so high, he blew a gig, and then he that was a turning point for him, and he got some of his shit together. Beastwood, yeah, I was gonna say that. Don't party with people you don't know. And like Lenny Briscoe on Law and Order said, his mom always told him, always play with kids your own age. Oh, Steve Martin there at the bar before. Oh, Steve Martin was a funny guy back in his. I don't know, just like his. I haven't seen too much of his stuff later on, but he was solid back in the day. He's all right. He's one of those guys who likes to stay to himself, which I can respect that. That's one thing I like about Leos. The more I learn about them, because you would think they would be all like out there with people, as friendly as they are, as big hearts as they do have. But then I start hearing about these celebrities, huge celebrities, who they get rich, they get famous, and then they spend all their time alone. They live in a hotel, or if they go out, it's in a limo with dark windows. The public never hears from them, never sees from them, except maybe on very specific occasions, or never at all. And then so I look these people up. I'm thinking, wow, that's something I'd like to do. And I'm a Capricorn. It's like, well, what sign is doing this? And this is something like hmm, cannot think of the man's name. Rapper, King Keith, something. One of these stoner rappers. He got big off of a song and then made all this money and then never came out with any other music because he doesn't have to. Long story short, he's a Leo. This is what Mae West did. She was, a big deal. She saved Paramount Pictures, if you don't know, and a huge star. And what did she do with her money? She bought a hotel and then she just lived in it. Just did not go out. She was not the outdoorsy type. She just didn't care for it. Just wanted to stay in and look glamorous and have mirrors absolutely everywhere, and have fellas visit. And that was just her thing. She's a Leo as well. And then a few other people, I can't recall their names. It's just hearing about these people. I don't know where I hear about them. Probably Tumblr. Like, oh, here's this person. They've got all this money, but they stay inside and nobody sees them. And I'm like, I bet if I look them up right now, they're gonna be a Leo. I bet their birthday's coming up. So that's at least twice. That's a thing. And I get it. I understand. But I'm not a fire sign. I would assume fire signs want to be. I don't know. When Bunny, I remember a Van Halen concert where they were wasted but still kept going. Oh, it was awful and hilarious at the same time. Like, God bless them, they're trying. Oh, he didn't fall over. Oh, I'll applaud that. So that must have been something, Moon Bunny. Yeah. Oh my God. Just leaning on the equipment, playing the guitars. Moon Bunny, a lot of Leos are humble and introverted. Because I knew I had a best friend for many years. He was an Aries, but I couldn't say it's like whenever there was, we would party at his house. So I don't know if he was quite the if he was lonely. I don't know if he spent a terrible lot of time alone. I didn't know if he had people over every single night. That's just one example. But he was a hella people person. I could never. I mean, he'd been around and been through a lot of good and bad things with folks. But a hella people person, one of the most peoply person type of people I've ever met. Good and bad. He had friends and enemies everywhere. So it's not like he was a people pleaser or like an asshole. Just that's just how he was, and just people take you or leave you, and he gave a flying fuck if you did or not. Papa Groovy saying it's nice to know that we can support our frankly family, and it's weird and funny that Matt started a two-party. He's been at that. I'm glad you brought that up. We're Franklies, period. We're not. I mean, you can add anything else onto that. I personally, the Franklies in the chat room at YouTube, um, in my head, I refer to them as pants off Franklies because I mean, like, yeah, pants off is in promos, all the other chat rooms can hear it, but that's where it moved from when it was on Ustream. That's the home of it. That's like the Franklies from that, rather than saying in my head like YouTube Franklies, pants off Franklies is how I refer to us over on YouTube. But we're not any other F words. We're not because it gets to a point where we cannot have all these other names for Frank's fans, because then it gets to a point where people want to shout out Frank and the Franklies and the bullshit, 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 bullshit. No, I'm sick of hearing it. It's not Franklies, and we're just Franklies, and it's not even. Again, I didn't start that word. That's not my word. That's not why I'm getting like this. It's honestly for the sake of brevity. If you do want to shout out everybody who likes the show, all you have to say is Franklies. You don't have to add a wall of text underneath it. I mean, like, you can say Franklies and then, like, I love all you guys, all that stuff like that. We don't have 1,000 titles. We're just Franklies. We're just people. It just we don't need all the extra. It, People are going to lose focus if you start adding all these extra names, and it's very tranny of people to want to even think about changing the name of Franklies, because we didn't have a name for ourselves for years. We did not. Too many years. Lisa saying to Moon Bunny, you haven't met my hubby. He's a Leo and not introverted. That's her laughing at the end. Oh, William, how's it going? Lone Wolf Leo here. Yeah, good evening. Just been listening. Haven't been paying attention to chat, but I thought I would chime in. Yeah, how's it going, William? Yeah, that's like I'm saying. Some folks just come here and just listen. That's cool too. No, Frankly Fam is cool. That's what I was calling us, Frankly Fam, when I was trying to get the that first get together going in 2020. But for the longest time we were just Frankly fans, or I would just call us fans of the show, because I just call it the show in my head. Quite frankly, is, even though I have my own show, quite frankly, is the show. Um, But see, like, you wouldn't have to say Frankly Fam and Franklies and another name and this name and that name and like Portland Franklies and New York Franklies and California Franklies and Montana Franklies. And like, we're just the one word. The one word covers it. Do you know how awesome it is to just go by one word? Like Moon Bunny. Their name is just one word. Dandy is just one word. Jenna is one word. I can't go by one word. I can't just be Nikki. There's a billion chicks named Nikki. The name's been, and they're probably copying off of me because I'm older. It's whatever. Like, Frank could just be Frank, and everybody knows who we're talking about. But yeah, that is so cool to just go by one name, and the Franklies have that. And then I wasn't paying attention to the bowing thing. I'm not gonna bow. I've got a bad back. I can shake your hand like a man. Oh damn. Lisa's saying about her husband. He's suffering from the Agent Orange effects, but a real trooper, and what an intelligent, funny dude. Oh yeah. Yeah, QF. Yeah, Dandy, I was meaning to mention this. Is there like a Dandy like 001, or like a Dandy 007, or did you take them out? Like how there's like how we don't speak about Shane A. There's a Shane C that does come around. There might be a Shane D. But there is no Shane A. We don't discuss him. Is Dandy 001 MIA? Like, yeah, we don't we just cut him out of all the pictures. We just don't discuss him anymore. And then also, I didn't want to get the munchies either, so I wanted to eat a little bit closer to airtime. And I'm certainly not going to sit here and eat in front of you guys. That's goodness no. It's I don't have it's rude. I don't have any snacks. That's how I can avoid the munchies. They're out of my damn uh, pretzels, and I tell myself, don't substitute. If they don't have this one exact kind, just don't buy any. And they didn't, so I didn't. That saved me a few bucks. Shane B, they're imposters, exactly. Like Bizarro Shanes, they've got like the little goatee, they got the mustache going on. Oh, I think you hear some outside cats fighting. Yeah, Agent Orange, they got yeah, they certainly did use that stuff. Oh, Papa Groovy, pants are off now. Yeah, it is just it's a little bit too humid for pants today. I don't know if there's rain around. It was certainly clear. I was low key expecting wanting a bit of rain, but completely clear skies. Well, then I'm wearing shorts. Yeah, same. Gotta wear shorts. Just in case I gotta stand up. This shirt is not long enough. Sad to see what before I go live. Let me turn this fan off. It's getting a little bit dry in here. I wonder why. Like, why would I have cotton mouth? Um, to sort of gauge the temperature of the room, right around maybe like 4 hours, 4 hours, maybe 3 hours before I go live. I'll just wear because I usually just wear a t-shirt around the house. It's not a V-neck, just like a regular neck t-shirt, but it's an extra large, and um I fit into like small, possibly extra small shirts now. So these shirts are so long that they will come down to like above my knee. Like I could put a belt on it and wear it like a shirt dress. I wouldn't, but I'm just saying that's how just big it is. And like underwear, I'm not completely bare. And I'll just wear like that just to see how the temperature feels, just to know how it's gonna get an idea of the sense how the room is gonna heat up before I go live. See how much air I'm gonna need moving. So there's a nice visual for you. Yeah, in case somebody stops. But yeah, I don't generally like to. That's like if I'm gonna be like going to the kitchen doing stuff like doing laundry. I'm not I'm gonna put on pants. I'm gonna put on shorts if I have to leave the home proper. Not one of those weirdos outside in their in their garden in the underwear like some crazy old person. So and then there's windows and I'm shy. I don't need somebody like the guys doing the lawnmowers and the weed whacking coming by and like just looking in the window right when I'm walking by and it looks like yeah just don't want to know like oh they don't wear pants back there. What the hell's this girl doing? Oh, Papa, yeah, you rock too. Everybody in here is awesome. Because that's the thing, we wouldn't have Franklies, we wouldn't have Frankly Fam if there was nobody in the chat room. There wouldn't be merch. So it's all of us showing up at the show. I don't think that I mean like yeah, Frank does appreciate the fans. I'm not saying he doesn't, but every once in a while he will point out how awesome the Franklies and just his fans are. He doesn't really call us fans. Um, I don't believe, but every once in a while he will point out how much he does appreciate all of us, and that's always good. Oh, Lisa's saying 60 here, and my shorts are not zipped. Sweltering native I am. 60. Oh my God, that is so cold. It could snow. Oh, my buddy's saying back. Oh, sounds like he appreciates life and enjoys what he has. That's definitely a Leo. More accurately, an awesome human. Yeah, Leos are good people. They've got those big hearts, so they might come off kind of brash or like dicks, but they don't quite mean it. They're just kind of just seeing how far they can push her push her buttons at all. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, the sun hits differently up here at the top of this world. WHIRLED. That's weird. It's like the sun. I don't know. It seems like does the sun just feel different up there? It seems like I would have to go up there to see how it feels. I don't, does the moon behave the same, or is the moon weird up there too? Papa, you can't leave. All the Frankly will starve. Yeah, man, Frank's gotta eat, man. He's gotta pay bills too. That's I mean, like, yeah, he gives a lot back with his when you subscribe, but it's I mean, that's his because he did, start out personal training. I don't know exactly when he started doing that, but that was like his, full-time gig, and then he was doing the podcast thing just at night on the side, and then quite frankly got bigger. And I don't know when he was able to stop doing the personal training. Seems like it's been a while now, but at some point that just we stopped hearing about it at all, and then it became, oh, back when I used to be a personal trainer. It's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm glad you got to quit. So it's his 9 to 5. That's what keeps the roof over his family's head. Sun and moon and sun visible at the same time, like all the time. Wow. Because like I mean, like you can see the moon during the day sometimes. That's normal. Uh, I saw it the other day. It was during the day. There was blue sky. I don't know why we're getting blue sky this year. Who decided that? Like, thank you, Jim Lee, for clearing up the sky over in a place you've never been. I assume. I don't know if he's ever been over here. Well, my Pisces moon puts out a little bit of the fire. Yeah, Pisces. What's the Pisces moon like? I've got a Scorpio moon. Oh, buddy. So what's a Pisces moon like? Is it like gentler, or do you still get the uh is that the like your is that where your dark side comes from? I don't know what else to put it. It's just if that's where the evil comes out. I'm not saying anything bad about the moon. I'm not saying anything bad about Scorpio. I'm just saying look up what happens with the Scorpio moon. It's and that's the last guy left. That's the last guy. That's the guy who started the Back Two program. Just no more pussyfooting around. Or like it seems like a Cancer moon. Well, like Cancer rules the moon, so that's just natural. But okay, yeah. Like I said, it's exactly what I need. Okay, that's cool. like Pisces moon just seems so gentle, and then Cancer moon just seems natural, and then Scorpio moon is just it's like one of those paintings you see of a battle, and it's just everybody's going at everybody, and you can't even really tell which side is which, and people are dying on both sides, and there's smoke and dead horses and body parts and blood, and just like that at the bottom of everything. It's like this, like a trunk in the basement that, like, please don't open that up. Just don't touch that. Don't go down there. Don't look at it. Don't think about it. Or maybe I give it too much credit. Now, is the, like, with the sun and the moon, is it, I wonder if it seems like closer or further away? I mean, I know it isn't because of tilt, but like, does it seem like, does the moon seem bigger in Alaska than it does in New York, or would it look smaller up there? Or if that makes any sense. Lisa, I learned something about science here. Yeah, it's unfortunately I can't really get away with it. Oh, away from it. It's I got into astrology in 1996, and so yeah, however long that 96, Jesus, tap dancing Christ. So yeah, it's gonna come up. It underlies absolutely everything. If I can apply astrology to a thing, I will. And if I can't, I uh I try to find a way, but there's like some, you can't force it. You can't force it. William, I don't mean to take over a chat, but I made this about me, but Leo, Sun, Mercury, and Mars. No, William, no, that's okay. That's all right. Libras, no, I don't have a problem with Libra. It's got maybe Libra has a problem with me. That's why I've got my bad lower back. It's it is an air sign. I do have three planets in Libra. Yeah, it's like two in Aquarius, three in Libra, and then I'm on the cusp with Aquarius. Um, Libra's interesting because it's, it's the scales, and then you tell Libras that, and then every single one will tell you, oh, that doesn't make any sense because I'm so out of balance. My life is so out of whack. I don't like, oh, well, okay, so there's that. Um, I guess I just haven't been around actual Libras enough. Um, I did date one, and he was funny. Um, that was such a long time ago. I always forget most things about relationships after they end. It's just gets etch a sketched away. It's not important, so it doesn't stay with me. Oh, William, no, you're all right. Yeah, no, you're allowed to if you want to like introduce a different kind of topic or subject, you can. Since this was, I was going to talk about the show from the week, but it's I think I've gotten too far away from that. We're already an hour in. So that's okay. I can clearly just talk about whatever. But yeah, as far as Leo goes, I knew this was coming up, and I wasn't quite sure of the date, so I just looked it up today. But yes, we are in Leo, but then Mercury will be retrograde beginning August 4th, and it's gonna stay that way until August. I don't even have to look this up. I remember it. I'm so pissed off. August the 27th. That's Virgo. So, but that's the last I've got to worry about it this year because my year ends in October. But Yeah, so there's that. And it's not all that is, it just makes communications more difficult. So there will be, you'll see, like, quite frankly, there will be technical difficulties, there will be glitches. You might have internet issues, you might have communications issues, messages might not go through. You can just be talking to somebody and they'll just misunderstand you because they're just not paying attention. It's just people just need to focus a little bit more and they don't know to, so that's why it happens. We get through it every time. Oh, Jenna, I read Costco is selling 25-year freeze-dried foods now. Oh, good. I'm glad they're getting on board with that. Picking up what Frank's been putting down for the last, how long have they had the Blue Monster Prep as a, it's been a couple years now since they've been sponsoring the show or an affiliate of the show. Dandy, oh no, not retrograde. No, we've all got to dress in bell-bottom pants and shoes that are this tall with our big hats with feathers. Actually, that sounds like not a bad idea. We can just dress like pimps for, what is that, like 3 weeks? Feather boas and big gold rings, a Cadillac. That would be fun. I've never driven a Cadillac. Have I? No, that wasn't a Cadillac. Or was it? I don't remember. Rear wheel drive. Well, I did mention a few. There were a few things from the show that weren't. I don't know. They weren't exactly. This is exactly what happened, but just a few things to point. Oh, this was. I stopped writing the days of the week. Now this is messed me all up. This was on Tuesday the 23rd, but Dragon Sage called in. To quite frankly, and he sounds Canadian. Who'd have thought? Living up in Canada. Moon Bunny, LOL, I'm ordering from Costco right now. Jenna, wow, the most expensive car I ever drove was a Corvette. Ooh, nice. I would want to drive in one of those clunky old, like a Model T. Even though it would hurt the hell out of my back, I'd probably have to lay on the heating pad the whole next day. But I'd still like ride just to say I've ridden in one or drove one. No padding on the seat. Uh, yeah, I should bring this up now. Oh, shoot. I don't remember who brought this up. This was Wednesday, the 24th. Somebody mentioned they liked the movie Hocus Pocus, 1993, Bette Midler. You know it, you've seen it. They might have done a remake, not discussing that, because I haven't seen it. But Hocus Pocus, and maybe it was somebody here who had seen it. It doesn't matter. You've all seen it. You they'll be playing it again here in September or October on TV. Oh, Moon Buddy, yeah. Well, happy preemptive birthday. Tomorrow's your birthday. Awesome. The 28th. That's cool. Dandy, yeah, okay. I had a feeling it was somebody here. Okay, awesome, great. Memory low key works. All right. Now, you remember in Hocus Pocus, uh, Sarah Jessica Parker is she's singing that song. They're kind of Pied Pipering the children away. Um I don't know how long ago you saw that movie. If you can remember that song, it might be something you have to look up. Maybe you don't care. Um, But go back and listen to that song. I mean, watch the whole movie, but if you don't feel like doing that, you can just listen to the song. And I want you to pay attention to maybe not necessarily the lyrics, but just the music, the melody of it. Um, does it sound familiar to you? It should. If this is not something unless you know exactly what I'm hitting on. You can like think of the melody, you can know the song in your head right now, and unless you are a huge fan, I doubt you're gonna pick up on this. I'm not judging you for it. I'm just saying it's because I noticed this and I'm like, hey, this song just the melody of it sounds sort of like James Horner, but he didn't do the score for Hocus Pocus. I would have noticed that. So I was like, huh, that's weird. But I heard that there was nobody in the world could tell me that does not sound like James Horner, even if he didn't write it. So I'm like, well, whatever. And that just stuck with me. Looked it up. He did write the song for that movie. So if you go back and listen to it, if you think it sounds like maybe Casper that came out 2 years later in 1995, um, of course you're right. But when you watch that movie again, when they play it again on TV in a couple of months, you can look it up anytime online, I'm sure. Pay particular attention to that song. Like, don't even maybe tune out the words. Just pay attention to the music. Just see if you notice it. It's there. He definitely has a style. If you're familiar with My Heart Will Go On, he wrote that. William, holy shit, it's interesting I found someone with the same birthday as me. See, that's twice, technically four times it's happened because we've got you've got you both on the 28th. Hold on. See, I'm gonna have to write this down. And then we had Patrick and Dandy. Our cancers both on the same day. How is this? This is twice now. This is a thing. Hold on. What day was that? Was that June 28th? This is insane. Hold on. I have to write this down. Who's going to be next? Who else has the same birthday as the other person? Yeah, Dandy, you and yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, that's what I do when I watch the show. I just jot down notes for when I do the weekend stuff because I can never remember this. And because this is what's going to happen. Who's going to be the third person to have the 29th of June, 29, and then July 28th. Okay, so who's got a birthday at the end of the next month? Who's got the same birthday as somebody else? We're gonna get these there's a word for it like birthday twins or it's got there's a name for it. I don't use it. I just we have the same birthday. That is so cool. Yeah, Lisa loved Casper the Friendly Ghost comics when I was a little human. Yeah, I never knew of the comics, but that soundtrack is my childhood. I think I mentioned before that's the CD I've had to buy 3 times in the course of my life because it keeps going missing. And then that's also a movie that still holds up. Special effects hold up, the acting holds up, everything holds up. Instant classic. I bitch slap whatever the fuck your name is. Just got a bitch slap Satan. Oh yeah, happy birthday to William and to wow. Moon Bunny. This is gonna help me to start remembering birthdays because it's very embarrassing that I don't, because I'm big into astrology and then my terrible memory just wiped things away. But I'm slowly starting to remember, like low key. Like I know Jenna's a Pisces, and it's like these are it'll come back to me. Eventually it'll stick. Oh, Moon Bunny. Yeah, I have to go. I'm watching my daughter's guinea pig. I think it wants to transition. Son she's making, like, oh my God. Yeah, yeah, go take care of that little guy. Oh no, poor little guinea pig. William, I never wanted a party, and I was trying to keep it low key. Yeah, it's I don't. I stopped celebrating my birthday when it's well, like things fell apart for me in October, and then I found the show, and then by the time my next birthday rolled around, I was just not celebrating my birthdays anymore. Dandy, that's what I'm talking about, the birthday matches. Yeah. Like, all right, what? Who else's birthday's coming up? We're gonna do a Virgo next. That is so odd because we're not gonna find somebody with the same exact same birthday as me. It'll be like the day before, or the day after, or 2 days before, or 2 days after. Yeah, Dandy, isn't that a some coincidence? That is so cool. Well, I actually don't want anyone to remember my birthday because I don't hardly remember hardly anyone's birthday. Yes, I can remember other people's birthdays, but I don't celebrate my own. And then it'll I won't say anything at all in the chat room, and then sometime in January somebody else will bring up like that my birthday is coming up. Like, oh, is it your birthday in a few weeks? I'm like, yes. And then other people remember for me, so I don't have to bring it up. But I never I don't need attention for it. But it's nice that people remember. Oh goodness, Lisa's saying freaking crazy. I am to attend a birthday celebration and a funeral in a few weeks. Oh man, that's just rude. Why would they kill a guy right after his birthday? Well, I mean, I guess you can't kill him before his birthday, but J. Marie, I remember. Yeah, it'll be, or like it's always like one of the other Capricorns will bring it up. It will work out like that, and it's like, yeah, that's my birthday. Oh my God, January 17th. Holy shit, that is so cool. Yeah, full blown. Wait, that's when the cusp begins. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, that's when the cusp begins. It a 6 day cusp. The last one was amazing. And then what happened last January? Yeah. Wow. I mean, this will come up again when I talk about year 24, but it just blows my mind. I gotta bring it up now. It's that because somebody else. I was not even recognizing the fact that it was like January 5th or 6th, and it was like 9 years of me with the show. I was just January was one of the worst. I'll get to that in the actual chat room stories. I don't want to bring you down with that. So I was just not in a good place. And then by the time my birthday rolled around, things were actually better that week, but on the whole, not so great. And but folks were saying happy birthday in the chat room, and that was awesome. Saying thanks back, and that went on for a little while that day. What day of the week was that? That was nice. So it's like, that's cool. Okay, it was a Thursday. And then so Friday comes around and people are like, oh, happy belated birthday. It's like, cool. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you for remembering. And then, because it happened for 3 days because, okay, there was the weekend. Wait a minute. Yeah. And then Monday, oh, hey, Nikki, it was your birthday on the 18th. Happy birthday, this and that. Sorry, I wasn't here. Sorry. It was like, sorry, I missed it. And then happy birthday. It's like, you don't have to tell me, like, you're not in trouble if you don't say anything, but it's like, sorry, I missed it. It's like, no, you're fine. But it happened for, the day of and then 2 other days. That's never happened before. That was just, hold on. That's when that was. Okay. Now, what's going on with YouTube? Because now I already turned off notifications for one channel. I've never seen Apocalypse Now. Haven't seen it yet. I turn off notifications for one channel because they go live at 4 p.m. and that like would cancel out the Gray Still Plays notification. Another channel I follow dropped a video right at 4 p.m. I thought it was Gray. Look at my notifications. It's not him. It's somebody else. And this guy usually uploads like late, like odd times, like after quite frankly late. But here's his video. It's like that's fine. He's allowed to. But I'm like, wait a minute. Why do I just have the one notification for him? Why don't I have two? Let me see. Go to the TV, go to YouTube, go to subscriptions. It uploaded 34 seconds ago. Brand new Gray Still Plays GTA. The fuck? Wait, didn't Guy just upload it? Hold on, like, because I was thinking, did Guy upload first and then Gray? No, I looked it up. They both uploaded at the exact same time. I took a screenshot, but I only got the notification for the other guy, not Gray. So I don't know. Maybe it's my phone. It could be me. I don't know. We'll see. But this keeps happening, and this only happens at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. This doesn't happen, like, I might get the notification for Frank a couple minutes late, maybe, but I've already been there for 15 minutes. I'm there already. I know he's going to go live. That doesn't have to be right on time. Gray's does, but what are you doing, YouTube? But to be fair, it doesn't glitch out when it plays his videos the way it does for Frank and everybody else. September 24th, everybody. All right, Papa Groovy. 24, 25. All right, Libra. Yeah, that's nice. Because I've got a holiday on the 28th. And what do I have around September? No, I'm thinking of August, September. Yeah, I don't know. Things are just usually. I don't know about usually. It's. I mean Libra and like New Year's Day is in Libra, so by the time we get to Libra, it's like basically like it's almost here. It's almost over. Oh, Dandy, awesome. Yeah, thank you. It's a little bit more formless than I intended, but it's gotten through an hour and a half, so it hasn't been so bad. I do feel like my voice is getting rough. I wonder why. I might have some. I'm not gonna smoke anything. I think I have tea over here. Oh hell yeah, I did. Yeah, that helps. Tea with just honey. See if that doesn't help. It just but for the playback, my voice might be a little bit scratchy. In the future, if this is successful, I will get something more, something better for my throat, like do the Arizona green tea with ginseng and honey. I don't know, old school stoner drink. That's the thing too. Don't go to the grocery store stoned because then all you do is buy like 10 different kind of drinks and like snacks, and then you put them on the conveyor belt and then try not to giggle and like nobody knows you're high buying these things. You've only got every single like you trying every single beverage on the shelf. That Yeah, don't do that. I will do that now, like sober. I like a variety. So if I like something, I want to try like every flavor of it. But again, I'm at the age where I don't care as much what people think. Well, I mean, you kind of have to be, and on YouTube and all the nature of the beast. But you get what I'm saying. In public, I care less. Are you subscribed? Well, the fuck off. No, no, I'm not. I'm not like that. It's I could never. I cannot stand. I hate hearing about like any type of person who just has that kind of big head about like, oh, you should have heard about me by now. I've got a album out here or a movie out here. It's like, fuck you, man. You got shit manners. That's what you've got. That's what I'm hearing right now. And it's nice to hear about anybody. And oh, I met somebody. They were so nice that they signed this autograph. They talked to me for 5 minutes. They asked how my mom was. Like I'm not saying you have to be like that, but it's nice to hear about like a big star, anybody being nice in real life, just anybody on YouTube too. It's like you're on YouTube. Nobody cares how many subscribers you have in real life, so just be a normal person. It's come on. I don't care what you do on your channel or it's just don't be just don't be a dick. Oh, yeah, I bitch slap Satan. Yeah, I don't care either. Yeah, you just get to a certain age. That's the thing too. I could not have been doing this kind of thing in 2015, 2016 because I would have been so embarrassed about the fact that I had no long-term memory that I would have been hiding it and would have just been self-conscious about it and just paranoid about it, and it would have come across in the videos. And I I do a video of myself from back then because we were doing videos in Anthony Vincent music, and I always remember this video. I do like it, but watching it back now, I was not as articulate. Not like I'm saying I'm great now. I'm better than I was then, so I'm easier to understand. Pardon me. William, yeah. I consider myself a brother from another mother. I don't mean to sound rude, but my enemies pick themselves. Yep, same, yeah. That's the thing with easygoing people. If somebody doesn't like them, it's like, well, what's wrong with the other person? Because this guy's nice. Like, you just don't like nice people, or you just a dick to be a dick? Yeah. I bitch slap Satan. Yeah, everyone is different. That's the cool stuff. Yeah, it's you're never gonna please all the people all the time, and you don't want to be a people pleaser because you're not to be selfish. You do have to put yourself first. You do have to make sure you're healthy before you can take care of anybody else. Sorry, my phone's gonna clip off there. So yeah, people are gonna pick up what you're putting down, or they're just not gonna be feeling you. And that's okay. There's enough people that you don't have to like everybody. Except that they're not cats. You've got to like cats. Well, cats like me. Oh, and then Zoso dude had mentioned in the chat room. Oh, I think somebody else brought up the fact like we need to it might even come up on the show that we just need to have more like meetups and things like that. And then Zoso dude in the chat had said something about he and I organizing one. And I just said as long as it happens in 2025. And that's just where it stands right now. I have not been in contact with him. Um, Not saying it will happen. I'm not saying it won't happen, but I'm saying if something is going to happen, it will have to be next year because I'm not gonna sit here and plan for like 5 years from now or 3 years from now. That's too far off. Um, Something in next year, 2025, when the sun's not in a water sign. I don't travel when the sun's in a water sign. Sure, that's just as far as it goes. We'll see. We'll see. If something happens, that would be lovely because I want to meet everybody. But if it doesn't happen, then we've always got the chat room and the live shows, so we're never far from each other. And he did finish up his trip earlier this week, maybe, so he is back home in one piece. And then he at the time when he got home, he mentioned uh because he did take footage of Pyretta. I don't know if he was using it that night. Because I can't stay up until 10 p.m. my time because I fall asleep and that's when his show comes on for me. So if he's used it, I haven't seen it, but I know he said before he was gonna edit things into a huge video for everybody. So we'll see about that. Oh, John Rogers saying he hit a mailbox with his Jeep today. Oh, damn. Well, I'm sure the mailbox had it coming. I mean, I don't expect to please everybody. I try to be a nice guy, yeah. Yeah, it does. It takes all kinds. And the internet being what it is, some people just come on just to be the devil's advocate, or just to be that jerk disagreeing with everybody or starting shit, or just like those videos of the guy like walking up to folks in Redemption 2. Hey, let me ask you a question. Yeah, so and walking away, just doing that, just trolling. Danny, yes, Saints also was amazing. He did his first trip during lockdown. Kept me a little sane. Oh, that is when it started, didn't it? Okay. Yeah. Try to get together, and then they shut everything down a month before it started. Papa Groovy saying, I finally got a chance to tell everybody that I'm home when I go to the grocery store. How cool is that? Oh, well. Yeah, grocery store can be a hell of a trip, especially when they're out of half the stuff you want to buy. And was there anything I brought up that you want me to go back to and touch on, since my short-term memory gets even worse when I'm smoking out on the balcony? All right, or if when I watch this back, if I notice anything I want to pick back up on, I'll bring that up next next time. Since we get Frank did say it was at the very end of the Friday show that um next week is he said another full week. So he's breaking the pattern that I brought up, being off, having days off every other week. He says there's a full week next week, which is let's see here. Yeah, we just cut into the beginning of next month. Yeah, so yeah, looking like this week, just a regular week, nothing crazy going on. So that'll be good. And then one of the following shows I'll get all caught up with like last week and then the week coming up so we don't miss out on any of the topics since a lot of stuff does keep coming up. And again, it's like half of the stuff is either from the show, from Frank, or stuff we're talking about in the chat room. Since we do get off topic, and that's all right. Let me just nod and walk away. Yeah, I saw too many petty fights break out on Facebook like a year or so before I found the show. So that I mean, I had been in chat rooms before too, but by the time I got to going to uh, Zadalza, and quite frankly, it's I mean, folks really don't sit there and argue with each other just to argue. Like they'll have discussions, they would, but not straight out arguments. But I had seen enough petty arguments break out that to know not to respond to them because that's just what they want. And then Facebook is set up that way. At least it was 9 years, 10 or more years ago, where like you comment on a post in a group and the post is automatically set to notify you when somebody responds. So no matter what they say, you're getting a chime right away. You're reading what they're saying, and it triggers you. It's supposed to trigger you into responding to them, and then that's how I saw so many fights happen on Facebook. It's just turn off the notifications for the post, say what you gotta say, and just walk away. And if people want to be mad, you can like see how other people respond to them and don't do what they do. Well, listen here, bitch, you don't gotta tell or like they would people like I'll say something, people respond with the whole wall of text, and I come back with you didn't have to tell us that. And then it's not worth my time. Papa Groovy saying for sure, my ego is not mega, or should it be? Or should be anyone else's. Yeah, ego. It's you just gotta keep it in check if you do have one. Know when to break it out. William saying, yeah, personally, it all depends on situations. Yeah, it's yeah, because sometimes things just get heated. Maybe it's just one of those days, or just the way the conversation turns, and people are just taking it too personally, and then it skews off into just name calling, or it was always dumb to see. People are fighting, and then actual moderators have to come in and like block somebody because you people are just children and you're like 30 and 40 years old screaming at each other. Carol, it's across the board on Facebook, no matter what the group is. Yeah. Ugh. God, I hate clicking around in there. Even at that couple of, I mentioned I joined a couple of groups just for photos, but just like scrolling through, does anybody have anything intelligent to say? Like maybe one or two people, like, wow, this person knows what they're talking about. But are they a real human? Are they a bot? Because I'm on Facebook. I don't even know if I'm reading the real person's words. But then they're mostly just idiot comments that like you're in a group about Dark Shadows and then you're asking questions like you've never seen the show. Why are you here? Papa Groovy, it's okay. I'm still retarded. LOL. No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. We'll find somebody that's got the same birthday as you to come around and start watching the show. Or maybe it's just certain people with certain birthdays that dig this channel. Like there's no way to like gauge this, but like if you could pull up in the analytics the your subscribers' birthdays. Like why are all these Virgos watching the channel at 5 p.m.? What happens? Lisa, I pulled too many triggers at Book of Faces, so I left the life log 3 years ago, 3 years back. I do miss those dinner food photos though. Just oh man, too many pictures of food. My God. Like maybe if you'd stop taking pictures of food, you wouldn't be on the treadmill in every other photo. Carol, yeah, original Dark Shadows. Yeah, OG is good. I haven't seen that. That's the thing that some of these groups they touch on the like extra stuff. Like they've got, like they've seen these. I have not watched these just yet, so I don't know anything outside of the show. And they're talking about movies and books and all this extra content, which I'm delighted it exists. Not delighted I don't know anything about it, so I can't dig too deep into those because it's like, why don't I know these photos? It's from something I can't see yet, so it's a little bit tough. But then in another way, it's a different perspective since I don't have all of these other outside, possibly not canon things about Dark Shadows to influence myself. And what I have seen that's not proper Dark Shadows is just what folks like about it on Tumblr, and my brain can differentiate the show from what I've seen online, so they're not going to influence one over the other. I can keep them separate. William, there are so many fake deals on Facebook, it's hard to tell who you're really talking to unless you personally know them. Yeah. And also, you guys are probably don't have this problem, but maybe folks older than you that do have this problem. On Facebook, people will see like deals for stuff that like they will order through these Facebook ads, and then the ad is not for the actual business. They end up getting scammed, and then there goes your credit card information. So don't let old people on Facebook, and I don't know why. Maybe you have to have like family in real life that you need to stay in touch with to use Facebook a lot. It my family's on YouTube and we talk to each other here and on other social media, Gilded and Discord a little bit. And every Facebook is so they want you like selling stuff, and then they're like, find love on Facebook. It's like this is nothing but AI and bots. You're not gonna find a human on Facebook. No. And then there's no way to like X that off of the feed. And rather than scroll past it, I just leave. There's just I can't. It's just too many bad memories. Maybe it would be different. It would be different if, say, all of the Franklies or a lot of them were on one social media site. Then it would be easier to be there more. Um, but it's just it's so hard. Like I'll find out when I do the chat room tour to see how many Franklies, because a lot of them will go to YouTube and then they go watch the show somewhere else. So I'll find that somewhere else where they go, and maybe I'll find some other Franklies there, and I won't write it down. I'll just mentally be able to gauge like, okay, this room has a lot of Franklies that I know, this has some others that I know, and then I hate that I can't remember anybody's second screen name, so it's very you almost feel like you're standing in a room full of strangers naked because you'll be in a chat room, a lot of people are talking, you sort of recognize the way they type, but their handles are completely foreign to you. So you don't know if these are 100% strangers. You don't know if these are people you've known for 7 years and you just cannot recognize them because of their handle. That's a terrible feeling. That's what happened the week we were on. At least me, we didn't have Twitch at the time, so the backup chat room was Rumble, and that's where we were in September last year for a week. And then we came back and Frank had 100K subs. William, I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, so I'm usually a phone number guy. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. The one thing YouTube should have is a like way to DM each other. Then it would almost literally have everything. John Rogers saying, I have ordered some nice stuff from Facebook ads. I have a great leather biker jacket. Oh, cool. Wow. Yeah, I don't trust Facebook enough to ever go through an ad to buy anything off of it. And then like meeting a person, a stranger in real life is weird. I find it very difficult to speak to anybody outside of the Frankly verse because we have absolutely nothing in common. So what do I say to this person? And I'm not good at starting conversations in real life. I don't know what to. I don't have an opening line. Whereas in the chat room, you're there to chat. You kind of have to. You can't just be off in the corner not saying anything. It's like you don't exist if you're not speaking, so you have to say something. William, one thing I'm always wondering is if anyone I know is on a handle right now. Like if you know them in real life and they're just using a different name in the chat room and it might be the same person. Yeah, I've never thought that somebody in the chat room is somebody I know in real life. Or that, like, if I do know, I don't really know a lot of people from real life, and if I do, they don't really get online. So, folks I know, like, say from like when I was on Facebook more, might, well, because it was some folks from Facebook would go over to Ustream, but then when Ustream ended and we went to Facebook or to, pardon me, to YouTube, some people didn't come over because, like, one girl didn't come over because her handle on YouTube was her real name. She didn't want people to know her real name, so I never saw her again in the chat room. I saw her like maybe a few times, like 2 or 3 times. Like I know she's on Tumblr, but she's like one of the people from the Ustream days. But I just never in the chat room again. That's terrible. And it's I understand you don't want to start a whole new YouTube just to go to the chat room. YouTube's more of a big deal than starting a new account on another platform since YouTube does so much. Uh, but because again, I do not have the ability to get somebody to watch, quite frankly. So nobody I know in real life is going to stumble upon it. They're also not going to let me tell them to watch it. Those two worlds will never coincide. So, I mean, it could happen to you guys, though. It just would never happen to me. Now, people from like our frankly past might come back around after so many years. That does happen, but again, it's all online. And if they don't have the exact same screen name, they have one that is so similar. I'll I'll recognize it even with my terrible memory. It's like, you know what? Somebody with that name used to come around before. Are you the same person? Like, oh my God, that's me. So that does happen. And then again, it does happen again where people I know will hook up with each other and get married or engaged. That's a real thing. And then apparently folks with the same birthdays is a real thing. Yeah, got that written down. Papa Groovy, Dark Shadows, absolutely. 100%. I love that people are so into that show as if it's something that just came out, in the last 5 years. That's what blows my mind about people like fandoms for older media. Like they're as obsessed about it in modern times, in current year as probably they were, 50 years ago. Like the show went off the air, people freaked out and just never let it die. So it must be good if it's hung around this long, even if you've never heard about it. William, yeah, it's just like right now, I could change to some handle and then I would be telling everybody that I want to know that I used to be William. Yeah, yeah, see, and I almost had to be more myself than I've ever been in my entire life when I added Carlin to my handle because, a few people came in like, is this still Nikki M? It's like, yes, it's still me. It's just so I had to, like, I couldn't begin speaking differently at the same time. That would have been suspicious. So I'm like, I've got to be myself and say what I usually say and just act like, not be a robot, but I couldn't forget anything. It was a little bit intense just for that one, actually a few days, but maybe like two or three, but it passed. That quickly passed. Oh man, this has been amazing. I'm glad you guys just had the time to hang out with me for a couple of hours and like literally just shoot the breeze since I didn't really touch on too many. I stayed away from too much work topics. No, well, quite frankly, isn't work. It's not. This would be. It's the kind of thing when people say they love their job. I've never been able to say that. So if this would ever become like a paying gig, I could be one of those people that like I mean I do love my job now. I don't have to make a penny to love doing this because I love seeing you guys so much. I can't like I almost wish I would have started it sooner, but hindsight is 2020, so let's not go down that road. It's just good that I'm doing it now and that I have no plans to stop and that you guys want to see it and that we all have fun hanging out and seeing each other and learning more about each other. I do like that. It does help my poor memory learn more about you guys and help it stick in my head. And then, yeah, again, smash the like button if you haven't already. Make sure the all notifications are on when you're subscribed because I don't believe, even with that, I don't think it seems to send out a notification at 7 p.m. So I put up that extra little bit on YouTube and Twitter just to catch it since it is a smaller channel. That's okay. If YouTube can't give me my Gray Still Plays notification when the video drops and he has like 7.85 million subscribers, I can understand why there's no notification sent out for me when I have less than 7 million subscribers. I get it. I get it. I wonder what sub count you have to get the notification to go out on time. Joking, not joking. Dandy, I remember being taken to someone's apartment while watching Dark Shadows because my mom was giving birth to my little brother. Oh my god! Oh, what episode? No, I don't expect you to remember that. Papa Groovy, can I say the N word, sis? Growing Detroit or black? You can say it without the hard R. You can say Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, let's just stay away from the unless I play like the talk shit hotline video. No, wait, because they don't use the hard R. Like, yeah, let's just stay away from that. I mean, I do have it right now. It is set up to let you say any word, or it might let you post links as well. Just because I know you guys, it is small enough to set it that way. Of course, if and when it gets bigger, that will have to go away. That's just the way it goes when a channel gets bigger. Since it does give me that option, at least it does give me that option. But yeah, thank you, William. Thanks all you guys for showing up and for having some extra time on a Saturday. It's I know it is a bit of an odd time if you do usually have plans, but I'm glad you guys are got some time free to just chill out, a little bit of sun left, and then just one day, and then we get a full Frankly week. Oh, Lisa, yep. For fuck's sake, someone's driving in the back driveway. Gotta go see if I need to yank the shotgun or wave hello. But yep, that's how it is, yeah. Get off my lawn! Son of a bitch! Oh, hi. Oh, that's just Earl. Hi. Never mind. No, you're cool. No, didn't recognize you, Earl. No. Yeah, thanks you guys again. And glad nothing. Oh, let me check. Maybe nothing popped off while I was talking. No, we're good. Nothing happened. Yeah, everybody, take it easy. Have a great Sunday. Have a great night. And yeah, enjoy this little bit of Leo here while Mercury is not retrograde. It'll be the same way next Saturday as far as astrology goes. No Mercury retrograde, just the Sun in Leo. Oh, Jay Marie, yeah, it's been a pleasure, Nikki and Frankly's in chat. See you soon. Yeah, see all you guys very soon at the next Quite Frankly. And well, if there's I do have it updated in my description Monday through Friday. If Frank's not on, then I go live with balcony chat. Just since Frank's not on, it doesn't mean the balcony's closed, so we can always go out there and talk. Oh, I bitch slapped Satan was trespassed last night. Long story, but gonna fix it. Oh, someone trespassed on the land, and now I gotta dig a hole. Yeah, I know how that goes. Is that a fence? No, those are tombstones. Lots of trespassers. Yeah. But yeah, everybody have a great sleep. And I'm in the middle of my shot for the end of the video for the YouTube stuff. Well, now I have to remember what I was doing before I stopped working. Yeah, that's me with I never remember. After party on the balcony. Yeah, gotta finish smoking out on the balcony. Oh yeah, love you guys. Until next time.